We are recording these thoughts today, especially for my friend, Brad Hangst. But I invite the rest of you to listen in, hoping it will be an encouragement to you. Brad, you have become such an encouragement to me. I wanted to make sure you knew my thoughts. One of my favorite verses that I've shared with you from time to time is Philippians 1:21. For me to live is Christ and to die is gain. That verse gives us a reason why we live. We live because of Christ. And it gives us a reason to look forward to eternity because it's all gain. Brad, you know that during the past 6 years, you have become an encouraging close friend. I've enjoyed the roads we've taken together, taking many opportunities to point other people to think about who Jesus Christ is. We certainly have shared many common interests. We've enjoyed the experience of many years of hunting in Pennsylvania, though never together. And on a recent trip to your house, I was reminded that you have many more antlers hanging on the wall than I do. This past summer, we enjoyed 2 trips to Raystown Lake, and we got to watch an eagle in his fishing area, and just to be reminded of the majesty of all of God's creation. We both have an interest in cars and in making them better for people so they serve people better. Your love for the church caused you to step up and help within our church as our treasurer when we needed someone to fill that role. And monthly, I was eager for you to share with our church family the events and going-ons of our missionary family so we all could support them in prayer. We shared a burden for missions for years individually, missions that have spread across the world, and I appreciated discussing with you ways that we could step up and encourage our missionaries. Last year, before Colt Glasscock left for Uganda, you and I purposed together that we would invest time into Colt's life, just so that he would be reminded that we would be praying for him as he grew up and as a young man in Uganda. You've always helped to sharpen me, whether it's been in a Sunday school class or a small group or a men's breakfast, or times when we've just been together eating a Sunday lunch together or traveling in the car together. During one of those trips, you mentioned how Robert Frost's poem has been a long-time reminder to you to remain steady on the path you have chosen. Cynthia's going to read it for us.
The road not taken. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth, then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Brad, there's no sigh in the life you've lived. You've chosen a life, and that life has been a testimony and an encouragement to many of us. You also mentioned that day a hymn, What a Friend We Have in Jesus. We had talked about the songwriter wrote those words especially for his mother. He lived in Toronto, she lived in Wales, and in his illness, he wanted to be an encouragement to her. We're going to sing it together. Why don't you sing it with us? What a friend we have in Jesus.
Everything to God in prayer.
fills our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, we weak and heavy laden, come with a load of care. Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and shield thee. Now we'll find us solace there. God, though we can't be with you today, we are all thankful for your part in our lives, and we are praying for you and Joanne each day as we think of you. Thank you for impacting my life.
And mine.